Since we are currently in a water banner, I thought I would do a little time lapse of the water. Makes sense, right? What I want to talk about today, and I'm horribly backlit, but it's okay. What I want to talk about today is on my disc. Well, first things first. Thank you to everybody who asked if I was okay. The Southern California fires are really bad, but they're actually nowhere near me. If I turn things around, you can see the sky is pretty much completely blue. So the fires are probably hour and a half away from me, but from what I understand, it's absolutely destroying some very populated areas. It's not good, but I do appreciate everybody taking the time to ask if I was okay, and yes, I am. The second thing that I wanted to touch on is this notice that we received when I logged in this morning, and it says a special holiday login bonus is coming. Thank you for playing Pokemon Duel. We're planning to implement a special holiday login bonus soon. Players who log in during the applicable period will receive a gift. Now they said gift and not gifts. So my conclusion and my best guess is this is how people will get shiny Gyarados. Makes sense. A one-time gift if you log in between X day and X day, like they did for the 5.0 release. And since we are in a water banner, I want to talk about Tapu Fini, the fourth and final version of the Tapu line to go with Coco and Lele and Bulu. Tapu Fini is a water fairy type, so it is going to block all the other Tapus from hopping over it, and this comes in most to play when you have Tapu Koko doing a rush. It has the ability that is only valid on your turn, just like all the other Tapus. Your Pokemon within 2 steps of Fini cannot gain special conditions. Now, I thought special conditions meant like curse or trick or treat, but that's just not the case. The case is burn, paralysis, probably sleep, all of those. Another thing that Tapu Fini is going to do is it is going to allow you to bring your water Pokemon on the field as if it were long throw. That's good and bad. The good thing is your entry points basically are always free because you do have a free long throw. The bad aspect of that is if you only have water type and you need to attack, you can't. Think of Empoleon. It's kind of like the diving entry that Empoleon has, where once you come on the field, you cannot attack. At its base form, Tapu Fini has a whopping 20 miss. So even when you get this up to level 10 or 9, you're still gonna have 12 miss, and unlike the other Tapus in the line, it's not going to be protected from status effects. If you think about Lele, Bulu, whenever they get a status effect, they have that 4 slice dodge that protects them, because that's the one that goes away and it doesn't completely ruin them. But with Tapu Fini, you're going to have a 12 miss, and then if you get a status, one of your wheel slices is going to go away along with that, and most likely it's going to be the blue Poni Wish, which is an additional 12 at its base. Most people level that up. That is a lot of miss. Continuing on, you have a 32 wheel slice of Dazzling Gleam. There were some problems with this when the game first came out, when this figure first came out. It has since been fixed with the last patch that we had. What it is, a 79 damage attack where opposing Pokemon adjacent to this Pokemon spin, and if they spin a gold attack, they are knocked out. Previously this had said miss, but it worked for gold. Now they've corrected the text on that. You have a 32 wheel slice of Muddy Water. The battle opponent and one neighbor Pokemon directly behind it are knocked back 1 step and gain weight. And then finally you have the blue attack, which is the strongest of all the blue attacks for the Tapu line. Coco's is really good, I will say that. I don't know that the ability to replace your plates like Lele has is very useful, quite honestly. And then with Bulu, an opponent loses an ability, and while useful, I don't know if that is worth giving up one of your Pokemon. But with Tapu Fini, you can create win conditions with its Blue. Poni Wish is a really small 12 slice, but that's to be expected on something so powerful. You may select one opposing Pokemon. If you do, this Pokemon and the selected opposing Pokemon are excluded from the duel. Now I've got 2 videos. I did on my Discord ask people to submit videos and tag them and say, here's what this video is about, here's why you should watch it, and I appreciate everybody who did. I've got 2 videos that I want to show that highlight Fini, and what I really like about the ability to show replays is that I don't have to spend all day trying to do a video and create a game and create situations for the Pokemon that I'm trying to highlight to do something good. Here, I can just put it out to you guys. You guys can submit the videos, and when the videos are submitted, I can watch them if I'm doing a feature on that Pokemon. In this case, it's Tapu Fini. Then it makes it really easy for me to watch through those videos, find the things that I want to highlight and showcase. The good thing is you guys get a little bit of publicity too. So this first match that I want to show you came from one of my Discord users, and I believe it was from X-Defend, and he's not the one with Tapu Fini. So because of Fini being fairy type, it is going to block the Koko from being able to rush, and a really nice setup by Joey here to combat the Gengar Koko rush. Now X-Defend has a ton of chain levels and so the Gengar actually rolls its physical attack. Joey looks like he's done, but no, because Fini allows his water types to come out on the board, Golisopod is able to close off the surround there. It does leave X-Defend with a really good opportunity to win, because Gengar has probably about half of its wheel that is a stall move. So it was a good opportunity. It didn't work out for him in this situation, but Lunala is really good, so. Very fortunate roll. Zapdos is decent against Lunala. I don't know the exact numbers. I should probably look those up, but it's not completely lopsided. Another gold into purple. And this time it worked against. A really well played match so far. I feel like I don't feel like there's any misplays, and I don't even remember how this one turns out, but I know it was good. So we're gonna bring Fini back out, and in the 2 videos that I have for you guys, Fini is gonna create, if I remember correctly, Fini will create different win conditions. So if whatever the win condition is with Fini on this particular video, it'll be something different for the next video. X-Defend has a really good chance here, and gets the roll. X-Defend had a good chance to take the game there. And then look at Golisopod. 202 damage. That's insane. Are we there? Are we to the point where 140 is no longer enough? I hope not. We don't need 200 attackers. Saved by the long throw here. That's a really good roll right there. If he goes physical into physical, he's gonna get frozen. And if he lands into sheer cold, it's probably game over at that point. Nicely done. I wish that I would learn from that and take my Pokemon like I did with Sableye yesterday, where I messed it up and didn't move him into the middle like I had wanted to. That was a really nice play to get Coco near the goal, but still keep him protected. So there was the respin. Obviously there's no gold on Solgaleo. I believe that's going to take them both out, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So probably a pretty good trade there. You lose your goalie, but they lose their Zapdos. And they lose their board presence on X-Defense half of the board for sure. Nice there to set up the surround. I mean, that was okay. I don't know that I would have gone for this round there. I probably would have gone and attacked his Coco. But it works out. And then a very risky attack there. If he had hit Ice Beam, then his Pokemon was stuck on the other side of the board. And that would not have been good. I thought it was pretty risky. Well, just an incredible roll there. I know Lunala has a significant amount of purple, but Coco doesn't have a significant amount of gold, probably a third of its wheel. Man. So Leo does what Leo should do against Tapu Koko, knock him out. If Coco rolls his blue there, that is game over. So as you can see, both opponents have had opportunities to secure a win, and they're just not getting that clutch roll at the right time. I honestly don't remember how this one ends. A 101 for half damage. 101. That competes just on its own with a lot of Pokemon. It knocks out a lot of Pokemon at the moment. Wow. Status effects are crippling on Lunala. I think he's right to go after the attack here, because Zapdos is going to status him on the next turn, making Lunala more or less worthless. So I think you're justified in making that attack. Again, Fini's ability to put Suicune inside is great. Very beneficial there. It makes your decision making a little bit easier when you have the ability to bring out a Pokemon and close off a trap instead of having to attack. Good patience by X-Defend to save his Mega Gengar until late game. A lot of people will take Mega Gengar and trigger the plate right away, and then they're stuck with just regular Gengar, which isn't bad, and especially X-Defense Gengar, which is 110. It isn't terrible, but Mega Gengar late game can be such an offensive threat, especially when it's 4-on-4 and you're going to trap one of your opponent's Pokemon. and there it is. So Poni Wish was rolled on X-Defen's opponent's attack. He banished X-Defen's Zapdos and then had a Pokemon in range to take the goal. So the next game I want to show comes from Hades, who is in the End Guild, and he is one of the moderators on my Discord. When I first saw this, I thought that he was going up against a Dark Bot. I'm like, why are you putting a Dark Bot video in here? But then when you look at it, I don't think Dark Bot is running Lunala. I'm pretty sure they're running Yveltal, but I think they have a Greninja in there. I don't really see Dark Bot very often. And in case you're wondering, Hades is actually Blitzen. A lot of the In-Guild have adopted holiday or festive names for the month of December. I have not. I've just kept it as fodder for now. Probably just leave it as fodder. Oh, the freeze. Those little Weaviles. They're pretty inconsistent, but man, they're kind of a pain to deal with. Lunala dropping the burn. A lot of status effects on Hades' opponent. It's good play, good play. The best way, if you do come across a team like the Weaviles or a Round Deck or the Tentacruels, maybe even those Durants, where they all synergize and they build power off of each other, the best plan of attack is, without being reckless, just attack them. Keep it so that they're not at full strength, that they're constantly leaving some of their power on the bench or in the PC. We haven't seen a real synergy deck like this in a while. Deoxys, but they don't power off of each other. Their power comes from the ability to exchange what matchups that you're creating. Hades with a good chance to win here. Obviously, because Fini wasn't involved in that, you know that he's not actually going to win. Roost. And now he's going to have to attack again here. If not, he's going to get surrounded and Zapdos rolls the physical. He could have used the Roost there again, and that would have been good game. And for the second straight time, we see a Tapu Koko going after Lunala. That's not a matchup I would have thought favorable for Koko, but maybe I need to rethink this, because if I'm not mistaken, in the previous game, Koko knocked out Lunala as well. That's wild. One of the strongest, if not the strongest, is Lunala in the game at the moment, and twice we've seen Koko knock out a Lunala and then get knocked out by something else. Shows a little bit of parity. It's a good play there. Running just Cosmo EM, and spoiler alert, he's going to get it evolved before this is over, and he takes a huge risk because I believe his Lunala, it's at least chain level 10, and it might even be level 10. I'm pretty sure it is level 10, and he's risking leaving that never even on the board to run the Cosmo EM evolution. Very risky, but I like it, but very risky. So in the last game, if you remember, the player, and I can't remember who it was, but the player that was running the Tapu Fini had a Suicune and a Golisopod in his deck, which would utilize the long throw plate. Looking at Hades' deck, he's just running Tapu Fini as a standalone figure without any water Pokemon support. Two different ways to run it. I don't know which one's better. I think you can go either way, really. He got confused, so he just sacrificed him. That was pretty funny. Good play there by Vince to move the Weavile over to the goal. A lot of people forget, I forget sometimes, that the blue from Sceptile will hop onto your goal if it rolls. And he got the very fortunate ice. That's why it's scary to attack into the Weaviles. He could have gotten iced there too if he'd knocked out the Weavile, but he rolled Roost instead, and having two iced Pokemon would have been really frightening. Fini's making its march. Good discipline there not to attack. Although he does attack on the next turn. Doesn't take the Poni Wish. Taunt into taunt. That just basically ruined Combusken's chances to trigger the evolution. I don't think those two should be rares. I mean, the 68 is underwhelming, but the 3-star purple is really good. And Sableye is just a nuisance. I've said that before. Look at that Lunala. Yeah, that is definitely level 10. And he went with all white. I talked about that in yesterday's video, using Carmonite to level up Pokemon. And Hades went all white, and since he has 10 chain levels, I think he made the absolute right decision there. Closes off the entry point, and there it is. So I guess I was wrong. I thought that they won two different ways, but after watching this again, it seems that they both won the exact same way. It just goes to show that whether Fini is on your side of the board or your opponent's side of the board, it can create win conditions for you. Do I think Fini is the best of the Tapus? No. I think it has a ton of miss, and it's an expensive Pokemon. And what I mean by that is you have to do level 5, and then you almost have to do level 9. Having a Pokemon with 3 miss sections, 2 of them at 4, 1 of them at 8, is a ton of miss. Does it have to be in a water deck? No. As you saw, Hades ran it without any other water types. Do you have to have an all-water deck? No. As I've been talking about for all of this week, I think hybrid decks are the future. In both of the videos that I showed here, neither team was running any kind of an energy. They were just using the best Pokemon available, which is a winning strategy, and we've kind of reached the point where anything goes. We don't have the people run Cosmo energy and then people counter with tropical energy, but we still have people who will run energies, and we have people who run no energies. I don't think there is a right way or a wrong way. Personally, I think teams with energy plates are better. I think that is why there are energy plates. They give them an extra ability, but you don't have to have them. Again, just want to say thank you to everybody for the well wishes on the Southern California fires, and I am safe. Let me know in the comments below, do you guys like the vlog style? I apologize for yesterday's video. It was way windier than I expected. I don't have a wind muff for my microphone. I hope that it's not too windy today. I feel like the wind has died down, but I just won't know anything until post-production when I go through and edit the videos. But that's all I got. So until next time.